Welcome back everybody, thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to be checking out the most compact 4000 lumen flashlight in the world. I'm talking about the Nitecore T4K. And as always guys, if you feel like at the ending of the video you want to purchase the Nitecore T4K, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Let's check out this video. Alright, here's a quick look at the box, and I don't usually make a big deal over these things, but this is a pretty sweet rollout box. It's really nice. So in here, what you got are the directions, you got a lobster crawl keychain, and you got a USB-C charging cable. Alright, here is what the T4K looks like. Let's get it on the scale here. Okay. Perfect. On the scale. Coming in at 2.7 ounces, so that should be as much as 3 AA batteries. Pretty close. It's kind of going back and forth there, so I wonder what would happen if we put on a dime. Just about there. Alright, let me get you guys the size comparisons. Here's the same AA battery. Turn it this way. Put it right on top there, let you guys see it from that angle. Like this. Back down. And let me slide that back in there. Give it a little bit more size reference for you. And then if you're wondering about the face, like how big that is, about the size of a quarter. Alright, let's have a closer look at the Nitecore T4K. Gonna flip it around so we can see the features. Utilizes 4 Cree XP-L2 V6 LEDs, and that's gonna give you the 4000 lumens. Guys, Cree makes the street lights that we drive on there, and they are so incredibly hyper white, as we're gonna see in a second. They do a really good job. Alright, next down on the list, we've got that multifunctional OLED display. And this is a pretty clear display. You can see it very clearly in the dark. I'm going to turn it on. It gives you a lot of great information. We saw that it's on level 1, daily mode, 52 hours, 50 minutes. If we click it again, it'll go to level 2, 15 lumens. And same thing, you'll see 17 hours and 1 minute. And it is real time as you saw it clicked on there. So great information with nice and clear display. Alright, next up we got a built-in 1000 milliamp lithium ion battery that's going to be excellent for long usage. Maximum runtime of 67 hours. That's most likely going to be on level 1 at 1 lumen. Dual side switches control 5 brightness. Okay, so here's your dual switches that you're on and off, and your menu button. And the 5 levels would be 1 lumen, 15, 65, 200, and nuclear sun burn down your house 4000 lumens. And of course, it did a great job in incorporating the latest charging port, the USB-C, and it's right back here. And as you can see, it's not covered. And if you look on the side of the box, it says that it's IP54 rated. So it's not really a waterproof rating. It's more dust-proof, limited dust-proofing, and is splash-proof. Okay, so these next 2 bullet points here, you got 2 user modes, demo and daily. And you have 2 lockout modes, which is half lockout and full lockout. Let me show you how to work the buttons. Alright, let's go over the 2 modes that you can choose from on the T4K. I'm going to turn this on by pressing the power button, and you're going to see that we're on daily mode. And all that simply means is the light will stay on. Alright, so I'm going to turn the T4K back on. Now to get it into the demo mode, what you're going to do is press both buttons. You're going to see it go, and now it's in demo mode. Now you're going to see in this bottom left hand corner, there's a counter. So it's just going to tick down from 30 seconds down to 0, and it will automatically turn off on its own. Alright, let's go over the 2 lock mode options you have. Right now, it's not on any type of lock mode. So if this is in my pocket or if it's in my bag and a key presses against it, the light will come on. So you have 2 lock options to choose from. Number 1 is a half lockout, and number 2 is a full lockout. Alright, let's start off with activating lock mode 1. The first thing we got to do is wake up the flashlight by short pressing the power button, the one on the bottom. Now that it's awake, we're going to long press the power button, and it's going to go into lock option number 1. Now the power button doesn't work, but you do have access to turbo by long pressing the menu button. Alright, let's say you want to take it off of the lock mode. All you're going to do is wake up the light by short clicking on the power button and long pressing directly after. and that'll remove the lock. Now let's say you want to have it in total lockout mode, which is mode 2. All you're going to do is long press the power button until you see the lock with the number 2. Here we go. Lock mode number 2. Now nothing is working. You got a total lockout. Now if you are worried about the flashlight turning on, to me what you should do is just keep it on demo mode, because even if something clicks onto it, it's only going to stay on for 30 seconds. So for me, really no need for either of those modes if you're going to keep it in demo mode. Now if you're going to keep it in daily mode, you might want to consider locking it on number 1 or number 2. Alright, one last thing concerning lockout modes, and I know I just said if it's in demo mode, you really shouldn't need the lockout mode. However, in the instruction envelope, there is this warning. Please activate the lockout mode to prevent accidental activation when it is not in usage. And I don't think this is there because they're worrying about, you draining the battery. I think it's because when this thing gets on turbo, it does get extremely hot, and they might be worried that you might set something on fire within that 10 seconds. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you want to leave it in lockout mode 1 or 2, but I'm not going to. Alright, just a few more options we have for the buttons here. Quick access to low mode, you're going to long press the power button, the one on the bottom, and that's going to get you into 1 lumens. And then to activate turbo, which is the only way you can get to it, you're going to long press the menu button, the one at the top, and then hold it down. You're only going to get 10 seconds because turbo is super bright and the flashlight is going to get super hot. You see that bar going down there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if you keep holding it, it'll just go down to the next level. And then when you let go, it'll shut off. And another cool thing about the T4K is it does have memory, so it'll go right back to the setting it was on. So I'm going to turn this on for you guys here. See, it's at 65 lumens. I'm going to switch it to 200, turn it off, turn it back on, and it's right back at 200 lumens. Alright, I'm going to flip the T4K over to the back, and we can see there's a massive clip back here. So you can clip it onto your pocket, on a belt, the brim of your hat. You can clip it that way, flip it over upside down, and then on the tail end, we have a keychain attachment here that is detachable. So there's a little button here that you can press to detach it that way. So a couple of different mounting options for your keys. Alright, so now it is test time. Let's check out how these 4 Cree LEDs do. And again, even though it's 4 separate lights, they're going to combine it to make one really soft, bright, diffused light. So we're going to check it out at 1 lumens, 15, 65, 200, and of course the solar nuclear 4000 turbo, and then compare it to the headlights on my car. Let's get going. Alright, let me sneak this chart in right before we start the test in case you have any questions about maybe how far 1 lumen is supposed to reach and how long it's supposed to last. You can see 1 lumen there, 3 meters, 67 hours. On the other end, I wanted to point out 4,000 lumens can reach 209 meters. That's 228 yards for us in the US. Now let's have a look at this test. Alright, let's begin. 1 lumens, 3 yards away, and that's pretty much it. You can't see anything around me. Kinda, I guess, for close quarters, if you're trying to sneak around your house, not disturb anybody. Here's 15 lumens, that's at 3 yards. Gonna walk it back to 7 yards. Can't really see anything around me, so again, 1 and 15 lumens would be something kind of close. That's at 7 yards. Gonna walk it back to 10 yards. Not really illuminating anything around me, like you still can't see the ground that I'm walking on or anything like that. And you see it way back there at 10 yards. Next up, 65 lumens. Now we can actually see the tripod in front of me, the ground that I'm walking on. That's at 3 yards, gonna walk it back to 7. So that's good enough for kind of walking on trails there. Gonna walk it back to 10. Still visible at 10 yards. You can still make me out, like you can see the jacket I'm wearing. By the way, I'm wearing a jacket because it's 30 degrees out there. And next would be 200. There we go, totally blinding myself there. That's at 3 yards. Now you can see the mountain that I used to shoot in. 7 yards. Back to 10. You see the ground. Some of the rubbish that's around me. Just people, I don't know. They just take stuff into the desert. They shoot like TVs and stuff like that. One time I saw a car out there. Anyway, that's at 10 yards. Now, let's compare the 4,000 lumens. So that's my car headlights on low, then on high. So you can kind of see the ground there, some of the mountain back there, or the little hill I shoot into. Here's the, boom, turbo, 4,000 lumens. You can see everything. Look at the coverage you get with that. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, there it is at 200. lumens. And back at 4,000. Now car headlights probably about 1,300 lumens. So you can see just how bright it is. Now here I'm just gonna scan over that these molehills are probably around, I would say 50 yards away, and way in the back, probably about 100 yards away. Well, holy cow, guys, there you go. The Nitecore T4K. If you want to have the power of the sun in your pocket, you got to go check it out. Remember, if you want to purchase it, check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.